Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam, if you don't know me, and I talk about all kinds of quilting and sewing related things here on YouTube, but today is slightly different, okay? I'm going to give a little bit of an update on several different things here in this video, so if you would like to kind of know what's going on in my personal life and with business and everything, stick around and watch this video, okay? I have an outline on my phone with everything that I kind of want to touch on in this video. Yeah, so we're just gonna go through it. I have it kind of separated between good news and bad news. Do you want the good news first or the bad news first? Let's rip off the band-aid and get the bad news out of the way, okay? So, bad news. If you didn't see my post that I made on YouTube maybe a week and a half ago, and also in our private Facebook group, my cat Pippen passed away. He was 12 and a half, and he had age-related kidney failure, basically, and it just was not looking good. He was not doing well, and I did not want to keep him going if he was going to be in a lot of pain and just not himself. He was, at the end, he was like a little zombie. He wasn't even himself. And anybody that knew Pip was like the sweetest, loving cat, super social, super friendly with everybody. My dream cat, basically. He was just the greatest cat. He had been having issues in the litter box going number one about a month ago. So I took him in and we switched up his diet and he started doing a little bit better. So I was thinking he's doing better. He's going to be okay. But then kind of recently I was having a really hard time getting him to eat, and he was losing weight rapidly, and I knew something else was going on. So I didn't know if maybe he had a bad tooth or something. So I took him into the vet again. He had dental work done. And then after that, it was literally the next day I decided that I needed to let him go. Because they did blood work when he had his dental work done, and it showed that he was in kidney failure, and the vet was honest with me and said he's not looking good. It's not good. So it was a very, very, very hard decision to make. I've been crying a lot. I'm not going to cry on camera today, but I've been crying a lot. And he was just very, very precious to me. I don't have children. So my pets are my children. You know, I'm very, very attached to them. And that it was hard to let him go. But I'm glad he's not in pain anymore, and I have amazing memories with him, so that is good. So that's the bad news. I know it's not fun, and I really appreciate everyone that's sent really sweet messages to me and have been very kind and understanding that I didn't post a video last week and all this stuff. And so I really, really appreciate that. I really do. And I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that has made comments underneath those posts. I haven't been replying because I just didn't want to be crying more. But know that I have seen your comments and your messages, and I really, really appreciate it. I really do. That being said, losing Pippen, you know, that was very, very hard. But my parents very generously decided to give me my mom's new little puppy, Chloe. So if you don't know, my mom's dog of like 14 years, Penelope, had passed away several months ago. And she got a new puppy, a little Papillon puppy, Chloe. My mom was having a hard time getting attached to her because she wasn't like Penelope. Penelope was like super chill, just wanted to cuddle and just kind of slept a lot. She was just a very chill, old mini Pomeranian, right? So then she got a Papillon puppy, and Chloe was like wild, energetic, bouncing off the walls, super playful, super fun. I adore her. But my mom was like, I kind of wanted a lap dog, not a wild puppy. But so this all kind of, the timing all just kind of worked out. And recently in the last month or so, my parents were off traveling several times, visiting family and things. And I was the one babysitting Chloe, and we really got attached, and she really got attached to Obi, my dog. It just really kind of worked out timing wise with everything with Pippen, and it just, I believe in God, and I think God worked out the timing for me to be able to have something to fill that void of Pippen, because I had Pippen since he was a kitten. So I had him for 12 and a half years, and he was very, very important to me. And so now I have a little puppy, and she's back there sleeping right now. If you could see, she fell asleep. I actually recorded this already, but she was squeaking a toy and crying like throughout the whole video. And I went to go edit it, and I was like, oh no, the camera, the microphone picked up all of that. So I'm re-recording this. But anyways, she's now sleeping, being very peaceful. I have a little puppy now. I'm very, very excited. I'm very grateful to my parents for letting me have her. And even great news on top of that is we were able to actually find a mini Pomeranian that was black and white that looks a lot like Penelope, my mom's dog that had passed. So she was able to get, like the puppy she really wanted, right? And this puppy is very calm and very sweet and teeny tiny little fluff ball. And yeah, I'm just really, really happy for my mom that she got the puppy that she wanted, and I got the puppy that I wanted, because when I was babysitting her, I was like, oh no, I really love this puppy, but she can't be mine, she's mom's, I can't take her. But yeah, so it really worked out, and I adore her. So my mom did call her Chloe, but I renamed her Rosie, because that's the name that I thought of when I first saw her, when we first picked her up to bring to my mom. And I just think Rosie really suits her. And it's a name from my favorite books, The Lord of the Rings. There's a hobbit. Her name is Rosie Cotton. So that's why I named her Rosie. And Pippin's name was from The Lord of the Rings also. Pippin was a hobbit. So, yeah. So it's it works. I think it fits. And it suits her. And she's so cute. So I call her Rosie Posey. She's my little sweetie pie. So I'm very thankful. I'm very happy that I have a little pup. Let's move on. Another bad news. I did not finish my cottage twirl quilt, and I don't have the binding video for the sew along done. Just with everything that's been going on. Some other things have also been going on with some family stuff, and it's just been very, very hard to focus when things are happening like daily with, just regular life, right? So I have been keeping up with fabric orders. I'm still getting fabric orders, which is really awesome. I appreciate everyone that is ordering from my shop. You have no idea how much it means to me, and I just so appreciate it. And I love packing orders. It's kind of like my little alone time where I'm just, doing something that I love and getting to wrap it all cute and get it sent out. I really, really enjoy the process of packing orders, which as boring as it may seem, I really, really enjoy it. So I really appreciate everyone that's placing orders. So I've been doing that, but any other work, I have not done any sewing. I have not done any planning for the next few months, which is not good because the next few months are the busiest months of the year. And I just really need to crack down and get stuff done. But it's just, things have just been going on, and it's hard to do stuff when things are going on, right? But anyways, so that is not done. I am planning on finishing that quilt. I have to finish quilting it, and then the binding video for the cottage twirl quilt along, I will make that specific video and have it added to the playlist. But that's just going to be a few weeks from now where I'm going to be able to get it done. Realistically, I just can't cram and get it done because I have other things that have to be done. If you have been waiting to do the binding on your cottage twirl quilt with me, I'm sorry, I do not have it done. It's not going to be done for a few weeks. So if you want a binding video, I will link a couple that I have done in the past for other projects, and you can use those to make the binding, and that will work. Okay. So again, I really apologize. It's just, life happens, and I just couldn't get it done. So that was kind of another bad news thing. And that just kind of goes along with my last thing with the bad news is it's just been so hard to focus. And I know a lot of you understand that when other things are happening, it's very, very hard to focus, especially when you're your own boss, because I don't necessarily have to answer to anybody. I don't know. It's just, it's very difficult to stay thinking about work, especially when it's like, a lot of the stuff that we do is very creative, and it's hard to get into that creative mindset when I'm worried about family members and my pets and all these different things. So it's difficult, right? But I'm hoping that these next few weeks I can really crack down on myself and get a lot of stuff planned out, done, and ready for November and December, right? Let's move on to some good news, okay? We're done with the bad news. Let's move on to the good news. So obviously, Rosie, she's my good news. My next good news point is I'm going to have cottage twirl Christmas kits available. So I bought enough fabric for 2 different kits, 2 different styles that we're going to do. So I'll pop up the mock-ups of them on the screen. So one's kind of a more traditional Christmas colors, prints and everything, kind of in that scheme, polka dots, ornaments, that sort of thing. And then the other one is kind of a more vintage Christmas fabric inspired. I adore vintage Christmas fabric. I just love it. Stuff that looks like it's back from like the 30s, 20s, 30s, just like that look. I really, really adore that. So I made a kit for those, and those are going to be available in my shop next Friday. So not this Friday, not today when this video is going out, but next Friday, October 31st. So on Halloween, I will have those kits available, and it's going to be a first come, first serve basis for those. I ordered as much fabric as I could for the kits. A lot of the fabric was like almost sold out or sold out. I was playing around with fabric combos and stuff with my mock-ups, and I got enough, I think, to make about 20 of each style. So it's going to be a first come, first serve. So if you want them, you'll have to, quickly get one. So, but those will be available next Friday, 8 a.m. Central Time. So when the video goes up next Friday, that's when the kits will be available. Okay. So I'm very excited about those. They're very cute. So this next week, I'm going to be cutting fabric like all day, every day to get those kits ready so then I can get them just shipped out right away. So I'm very excited about those. It's going to be so cute, and I love Christmas, and I'm very excited for the Christmas season. Along with talking about Christmas, I am planning on doing a Christmas sew-along. But I'm going to kind of have it be more of like a mini sew-along. So it's not going to be like a 6 or 8 week long sew-along. We're going to kind of cut it down to a few weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. But that's going to start probably at the end of November. And what we're probably going to do is I'm going to use my Mom's Cozy Christmas pattern. You can make whatever size quilt you want, okay? But for the tutorials and stuff, we'll probably do a table runner or like a wall hanging, something like that, and where we'll just make a few blocks from that pattern. And I think that's going to be really, really fun. So I hope you join me for that. That's going to be great. So yeah, plan on that if you would like to join for the Christmas sew-along. That will be around the end of November, but I will have more information out about it very soon. Maybe like next week's video, or the next week's video, something like that. So everyone has time to gather up their stuff and everything for that. So maybe I'll try to get some kits made real quick. I got to think about that very quickly here. But maybe I'll try to get some kits made also for those, because I think that would be really, really fun to like have kits for like a little table runner or something for Christmas. And I do have some other Christmas fabrics that I could actually use for that, which would actually be very cute. All right. I'm thinking in real time here. So I'll have more info on that soon. Okay. One last thing I wanted to talk to you about. Long story short, I just switched email service providers, which means one, I'm going to be saving a lot of money on my emails, because when I send out emails to everyone, that it costs me money to have that service. It's not free to just be able to email, thousands and thousands of people. So, anyways, I switched over to save money, and also I just like this other service provider better. They're more e-commerce friendly, since that kind of seems like that's where I'm shifting towards. I just decided to make the switch. So it was a big decision. And anyways, that none of that matters to you guys. What I would love to request from you guys, if you could, is if you get an email from me, I'm going to be sending out emails in the next several weeks to kind of small segments of people. That's what they recommend you do when you switch email service providers. But I'm going to be sending out emails to you guys. And if you see an email from me, can you please open it? And you don't even have to read the whole thing. Just kind of skim through it. And then that will trigger to the email services that my emails are not spam. If you could check your spam folders and see if my emails are going there and mark me not spam, that would be fantastic, because I just don't want to be marked as spam, because I guess that's one thing that can happen when you switch email service providers. If you just blast out an email to your whole list right away, they'll think that, you're some like a bot, like an AI, or just scammers trying to scam people. And obviously, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to send out my regular newsletters and emails to everyone. So if you see an email from me, please just open it, look at it. If you want to, you can click on something, and that will just let the email service providers know that I'm a legit company. I'm not trying to scam anybody. So I'd really, really appreciate that. And then also mark me as not spam and whitelist me. You can add me to your contacts or whatever you like to do with your emails, but I would really, really appreciate it. That would be amazing. Also, if you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. There are a bunch of you guys that watch my videos, but you are not subscribed, because I see it in my little analytics thing, and I would just really appreciate it. Just when that number grows, it lets, brands that might want to work with me see that, oh, she has a large following or a large subscriber count. And it's just fun to watch that number grow, right? Monetarily, it really doesn't make a big difference with YouTube. I don't get paid more the more subscribers I have, but it's just fun to watch that number grow. And I would love for you to subscribe. Over half of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So I would love for that percentage to go down and my subscriber percentage to go up. That would be really cool. And also, I get comments almost under every video now that people are like, oh, where have you been? I haven't seen you in so long. Oh, you finally posted again. And I'm like, I post every week. What are you talking about? You have to subscribe and hit the little notification bell to be notified when my videos come out. So then you do see me every week, because I am posting every week, sometimes multiple times. It just kind of depends on what's going on. I've blabbed long enough. I didn't want this video to be very long, but you guys know me. I like to talk. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a really great rest of your day. I will talk to you soon. Stay tuned for all of the fun updates for the rest of this year. I promise they're not going to be boring videos. And I hope you have a really great rest of your day. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hold on. Wait. Look at that little baby. She's so cute.